Director Francis Ford Coppola's Apocalypse Now is one of the most controversial films of all time. On screen, the graphic portrayal of the chaos of the Vietnam War was enhanced immeasurably by its Academy Award-winning soundtrack.
I think that our arc light can be more interesting. I wish there was a little more we could get out of the helicopter in the sky with the guys hanging on it. Just so that the audience can say, oh, you hear that? That means they're being nice to them.
With Apocalypse Now, what audiences hear affects them as much as what they see. This accomplishment is due in large part to Walter Murch's breakthrough multi-channel audio.
Update from 155.
With his layering of seemingly surrealistic sounds, Murch elevated sound editing to the level of an art form.
Along with making it visually spectacular, Francis wanted to make it sonically spectacular on two levels. Technically, to do something that hadn't been done before, and then artistically to try to do something that hadn't been done before. The technical part of it was to turn the film into a quadraphonic setup so that we could move any sound across the whole 360 degrees of the space of the room. Artistically, we wanted to do a soundtrack that was in keeping with the sound of the war.
Coppola's concern for realism inspired him to ship the patrol boat used in filming from the Philippines to his California ranch for a Foley session.
Spins them like...
Okay, now.
Okay.
Throw some bolts.
Okay.
Basically, we made the world into a Foley stage. As a result, we got dynamics and movement and reality to the sound that's sometimes hard to get in the confines of a small stage.
Walter's experience on Apocalypse Now inspired him to coin the term sound designer to describe his role on the film.
And I thought it was sort of like a sonic equivalent of interior design, in the sense that I'd been given a bare space to work with, a room with 4 walls, a ceiling and a floor, and I was told to hang sound, fill this place up with sound.
The audio advances of Walter Murch and his contemporaries in the 70s have been furthered by modern use of digital technology. Computers aid in quicker, easier, and more complex manipulation of sound effects.
Let's go to the first sound for the nose, which...
At this point in The Son of the Pink Panther, that which can't be spoken by an actor or recorded on a Foley stage must be created by Mark Mangini.
When the belly dancer pops his nose off, I mean, that's a comic moment. So you just don't want a clay sound, you want like a... or, you know, some pop, comic, cartoony-like sound, so we'll have to create that. What I pulled was 1356-56, which is some sort of burbly, liquidy face flatulation. That's the one. In electronic media, like a digital workstation, you have that sound, but now you have other tools online in the editing system that will allow you to slow it down, speed it up, play it backwards, manipulate the sound to more accurately complement a picture. Okay, well, that's good. They have some choices. What?
With all of the necessary sound elements placed into the show, the last step is the final mix. This task falls to supervising sound editor Kay Rose and her 3 re-recording mixers.
Hundreds of elements are mixed down into 3 elements: music, effects, and dialogue. And then they are balanced one against the other to make a track that's played in the theater.
Yeah, I think we can get far better balances than what we've had before.
Yeah, okay.
And make it more exciting, because that's the thing that carries.
We won't erase anything, though. We can just manufacture a new crowd.
As long as we can make it.
We'll make it better.
Better than it is.
Yeah,
right.
We'll make it better.
By carefully combining thousands of different sounds, Kay and her team take an essentially soundless piece of film and create a seamless movie. This is the Casbah scene, as it was first recorded on location.
And action!
Now adding in group ADR.
Oh.
Foley. Effects. With the addition of the musical score, the audio work is complete. When audiences worldwide see the son of the Pink Panther, few people will consciously recognize the contribution of nearly 30 people and the culmination of thousands of hours of painstaking work. But that's the best testimony to the efforts of Mark Mangini, Kay Rose, and the entire sound team.
If you are brought out of the film and you're aware that you're sitting in the theater watching a movie, then you failed. The most important thing to me is that the audience comes out feeling very happy they saw the picture and say, boy, that was a good 2 hours I spent and I had a lot of fun.
Sound designers are proud of their unheralded contributions to Hollywood filmmaking. When the picture begins and the sound fades up, it may not be immediately obvious, but the audience is listening, and what they're hearing is movie magic.